Family, we are back. I want to thank everybody for being here. Thanks for your time and attention and also retention. I hope you're having a good Tuesday. Is it Tuesday or Wednesday? Jeez. Today is Wednesday. I hope you're having a good Wednesday. Anyways, I want to go over a few clips. I want to review and react to a few clips, and you know what we cover on this channel, y'all. So make sure you check on your people. Let them know you love them. Let them know you're thinking about them. Let them know you care, y'all. It doesn't cost anything. If you can wiggle your fingers, your thumbs, and scroll all day, or even find my videos, you can text your people. You ain't got to call, just send them a text, email, whatever. Just let them know you're thinking about them. You don't know what difference that can make in a person's day. Anyways, let's get to the content.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.
Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, live once, I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure, it's about to go up. Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, live once, I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure, it's about to go up. Roll my blunt and pass.
Yeah, I mean, I want to live. When I know, you guys know. I don't know. I have no idea. Just want to live, that's all.
Yep, that was LeBron, and I did a LeBron video yesterday and a Michael Jordan video yesterday, but that's the clip that everybody's going wild about. And they were talking about him being asked, what's the plan after retirement? Now, one can say what he means is he just wants to live. He just wants to live a normal life. But there's a big amount of people saying he's literally speaking. He just wants to live. He doesn't want anything to happen to him. Now, it's a lot of speculation about a lot of these things we're going to review and react to. Just because I'm covering them, it doesn't mean that I think one way or the other. I'm not implying anything, wink, wink. We're just reviewing and reacting to clips. Let's get to it.
They'll tell you that stars just die too young, but not why so many artists speak about sacrifice before it happens. Kanye said it himself, his mother was sacrificed. He even listed others, Michael Jordan, Dr. Dre, Jay-Z. That's not conspiracy, that's a straight up confession. Let's look at Michael Jackson. He warned the world about the system and then suddenly ended up dying. Prince talked about chemtrails and spiritual warfare and was gone not too long after. These aren't coincidences. These are what you call patterns. The industry is built on exchange. Fame for blood. Whether it's family, friends, or their own life, there will always be a cost. Behind those cameras, it's not contracts being signed, it's covenants. The Bible says, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world, but to lose his soul? The music industry is proof that people are making that trade every single day. Conviction over comfort. Follow me if you're into that. Shalom.
Conviction over comfort. Wow. I just never really knew what could drive a person to go into a field of work or a line of work to where they knew certain stipulations were in place, allegedly. Now, I don't know if these people have to do these things to gain fortune and fame for sure, but there is an eerie pattern that's displayed by a lot of these people in the same line of work. I don't care if it's from athletes to actors. Every time there's a loss, there's a big gain afterwards. Or vice versa. We see a big gain, but then there's a loss right after. So I can kind of understand where this dude's coming from when he speaks. Michael Jackson, he spoke out against Tommy Mottola. Prince, he spoke out, and these were icons, y'all. Them speaking out might have really marked them. It just depends on who you ask. Now, in this next clip, check out how this dude breaks down the process, especially with these female rappers. He speaks about what Nicki did to push Lil' Kim out the way, but now Nicki's peeping that same energy from Cardi. Check this out, y'all. It's rather interesting. Let's go.
So look, let me help y'all out when it comes to this situation because y'all all off. Like out of all the videos I've seen on this, none of y'all is really getting what's going on, right? So first and foremost, Nicki Minaj is not just hopping out of the bed looking for smoke, right? She hasn't lost her mind and she's not diving into a mountain full of cocaine. But I am about to help y'all realize what is really going on. So never forget, when these artists sign these contracts, they all be young. They all be young. So everything be good at the point of them signing it. But as these people mature and they become older, what do y'all think happened?
What I think happens is these people mature, they learn more, but a lot of these people change their minds when they have their own families. When it's not just them anymore. I feel like they start to thinking about the future, wanting to be there and provide for their children as long as they can. And then they start looking at their own lives like, wow, I know what I signed up for. How much time do I have left? When are they going to come and call my number? How am I going to go out? Will my family be okay? I feel like that's what happens with a lot of these people, y'all. Especially when they have their own children. But let me let this dude cook.
Do y'all not think they start to realize the bullshit games that's being played? So Nicki Minaj have all of the reasons in the world to be upset. One is because she's looking at Cardi B and she's realizing the same thing Cash Money made her do to Lil' Kim coming in the game is the same thing they're making Cardi B do to her now. See, Nicki Minaj has grown up enough to realize that this industry never cared about her. They only wanted to use her for the time being. And just like they playing her out to the side, they go do Cardi B ass the same way. These people are opportunists. They don't really care about you as artists. And this go for the female artists and the male artists. So y'all got to look deeper off into it. Another thing that I think y'all fail to realize, and I talked about this before, these artists are owned property for 35 years. So for 35 years, the labels own the music rights. They own the image. They pretty much own you. So even if your contract was to drop 3 albums, right? After you done dropping those 3 albums, you still up under certain paperwork, which don't allow you to speak on certain things.
Now, I will be honest, I don't know about that 35-year thing, but I have said in multiple videos, this is kind of like the mob. Blood in, blood out. They're not done with you until they say they're done with you. And when they say they're done with you, they're still not done with you. Because your existence, your non-existence is going to make them more money. I'm trying to stay away from saying certain words. But it goes back to what I always say. You're worth more not here than here. When they're done, they'll let you know. And that's funny because it takes me back to Eminem. He had the album titles. His album titles said so much, especially the curtain call, curtain close, and all that stuff. Yeah, when they're done, they choose when they're done. You don't choose when you're done. Period.
So it's so much that goes into why Nicki Minaj gets on social media and spaz out the way that she does. So until y'all are faced with the type of lies, deceit, and dysfunction she is, and by the way, this ain't no cry wolf videos because what she's receiving is what she chose to take. Nobody forced Nicki to sign those papers but herself, right? So she's getting what she deserved in that sense. But I also understand her frustration being the individual that's currently dealing with it. All right. So if she do become the new Kanye, just know she had a solid reason for doing so. It's because even Kanye had a reason for bugging out. It's Hollywood. It's these contracts and it's the games they play.
That is super interesting that he mentioned Kanye. And I say that because Kanye, he had a contract and he did something to lose those contracts. A lot of people called him dumb, stupid, all kind of things. But then a video surfaced and it was the wildest thing ever. It's a video of Kanye saying, when I got this contract, that contract, I didn't agree with them. Who would have known that one tweet would have gotten me out of these contracts? Come on, man. That was genius. Dangerous? Really dangerous. But it was genius. He made himself unmarketable to these companies to the point where they voided the contracts. He was no longer held liable or binded to these contracts because of how he represented himself. The easiest thing they say for these people to do is pass a person off as crazy. Kanye needs to be careful. He almost beat them at their own game in a sense, but we know allegedly what happens to people that beat these people at their own game. Allegedly. Anyway, let's get to the next clip. It's funny that this next clip popped up because in the comments it said that Michael Jackson, Prince, and somebody else tried to back away from the game and now they're no longer. But check out what Prince says and check out how you can also correlate that to present day. People say it's the difference between falling off and falling back. Prince, Michael, and I forgot the other one, they chose to fall back. People thought they fell off. But the ultimate happened to them. Check out this clip.
Music business runs like this. You'll have a manager, you'll have an attorney, you'll have various record company people. Everybody's taking a cut of everything that you do. So when you're in the fold, when you're in the club and everybody's getting a piece of everything, your tour, your publishing, any endorsements, and when they're getting a piece of all of that, you will have hit records. The moment you step away from that and you want to, in fact, take control of your own life, your own experience, then you'll find you're not hot anymore.
It's crazy because some people in the comments said this makes me happy for my regular old 9 to 5. I can dig that. I really can. Because at the same time you feel like you have the world at the palm of your hands, you lack any control in that same world. The moment you don't contribute to the machine or what they call the club, you're not useful at all. You're not useful. And a lot of these artists are really starting to realize that they're expendable. Expendable, dispendable. OMG, I can't believe I just confused that. I feel dumb. Anyways, they're realizing that they're throwaways. Quick money moves, some of them for the long haul, but more so than less. They're just for the quick money move. That's why I always say, a lot of them are worth more blank than alive. And that's why, let me shut up before I say too much. Next clip.
Alright, so let's talk about Young Dolph real quick, right? So when Young Dolph first died, everybody kind of thought he sold his soul due to the fact that his last album was called Illuminati, and his last music video basically had a bunch of Illuminati signals and signs in it, you feel me? So a lot of people was thinking he sold his soul. I kind of thought he sold his soul too. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all might feel like CMG and Yo Gotti had something to do with it due to the fact that Young Dolph and Yo Gotti was beefing before he died or whatever, you feel? But the same people that gunned down Nipsey Hussle and Broad Daylight are the same people that killed Young Dolph, bro. I'm telling you. These folks want us to believe that these people in beefing with certain people and certain individuals, you feel me? They want us to believe that they died the street violence or gang wars and this and that. When in reality, like I said, CMG ain't have nothing to do with Young Dolph death. And that's another reason why Key Glock and CMG was sitting right across from each other at the Memphis Grizzlies game and nothing happened. You feel me? Because these people know what's going on. We the only one in the blind. Alright, so first off, I don't believe Dolph died at that cookie shop. I feel like Dolph was already dead and they probably went and staged the scene or put his body there or something, but I don't believe he died there. Alright, so this is my second point, right? Young Dolph just came back with a $22 million deal. Bro was making too much money for them folks. They ain't like that. He owned his own masters, all that. He was making too much money. They offered him $22 million to sell out. $22 million deal. And when I say deal, I mean deal with the devil. They probably would have had my boy wearing dresses and all type of stuff out here. But this was his response to their $22 million deal.
Fuck the 22 million.
Alright, so when I first watched the Talking to My Scale video, you know what I'm saying, the last video that Young Dolph did, I really thought he was really in there pledging his allegiance to these people, you feel me? But now that I look back at that video, it kind of looked like that he was mocking them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still getting money and I don't got to sell my soul to do it. Because remember, he turned down the deal now. You feel me? Shouta throwing up the Illuminati sign while Young Dolph pointing towards God, you feel me? Like I said, I feel like he was mocking these people this whole video. Hey, y'all can say what you want to though, bro. The streets did not kill Young Dolph. They killed Young Dolph.
Now, I don't agree with a lot of the things bro said in this video clip, but I do kind of find a few of those things intriguing. Especially the part where he said Dolph was mocking them. Now, it did confuse me for me to see dude turn down the 22 M's, then we see the Talking to My Scale video. I'm gonna definitely have to go back and watch that to see if there was any mockery in it or what I can take as mockery. But at the end of the day, he was getting too much money to be as independent as he was. And to put out that message as if you turn down a $22 million deal when artists don't even get that much, nearly that much, that could send out the wrong message. And that could have been what really caught him up. But let me know what you guys think about these clips. If you made it to this point, type I made it. Hype up the video. It helps get the message spread out in the algorithm. And yeah, I'm out. Peace.